Let's talk about your bank account. Is it actually making you money? Or is it just kind of sitting there, quietly costing you? In this explainer, we're on a mission to find the best bank accounts out there, ones that make sure your cash is working just as hard as you do.
So, here's the big problem we're all up against. You've got inflation doing its thing, and then you have the national average APY, the interest you earn, which can be ridiculously low. When that happens, the money you have just sitting in a traditional bank, well, it's actually losing its buying power every single day. But the good news is we can do a lot better.
So, how are we going to find a better bank? We're going to use two really simple but totally non-negotiable rules. Rule number 1. Absolutely no monthly fees or minimum balance requirements. Period. It's your money. And rule number 2. We're looking for banks that have standout, unique features that really set them apart. Because, let's be honest, most basic accounts are pretty much all the same.
All right, so we've already touched on the problem. Next up, we're going to dive into 3 kinds of solutions: the fintech challengers, the modernized giants, and then some accounts built for a very specific niche. After that, we'll pull it all together to help you find the perfect fit.
Okay, let's kick things off with our first category, the fintech challengers. These are the newer, tech-first companies that built their entire banking experience from the ground up for the world we live in now: mobile, digital, and fast.
First up is Chime. It's got a solid 0.5% APY on savings, which, by the way, is way above that national average we just saw, and of course, 0 monthly fees. But its real standout feature is something they call SpotMe. It's a fee-free overdraft that can spot you anywhere from $20 to $200. I mean, think about that. It's a complete game changer compared to those painful $35 overdraft fees a lot of traditional banks still hit you with.
And the perks go even deeper than that. Chime lets you get your paycheck up to 2 days early, and it has some really clever automatic savings tools. You can have it round up your purchases and save the spare change, or automatically slice off 10% of your paycheck and move it to savings. The whole idea here seems to be about making saving completely effortless, something you don't even have to think about.
Next up in the fintech world is SoFi, and they come out swinging with a pretty incredible 1.0% APY on both checking and savings. Now, there is one catch: you do need to set up direct deposit to get that rate. But if you do, it's one of the highest you're going to find. Beyond that awesome APY, its real core strength is a powerful financial dashboard they call SoFi Relay.
SoFi's real superpower is its ambition to be your financial mission control. You can manage your banking, investing, and loans all in the same app. You can create these vaults to stash money away for different goals, and that Relay dashboard gives you this amazing snapshot of your spending, your credit score, even your entire net worth. So this isn't just a bank account, right? It's a strategic move for someone who really wants to get a handle on their entire financial world from one single spot.
All right, moving on to our next group, the modernized giants. These are the household names, the big, established banks you've definitely heard of, but they've done a fantastic job evolving to offer a top-tier digital experience that goes toe-to-toe with the new guys.
And you really have to start this conversation with Ally Bank. They're basically one of the OGs of online banking. They offer a competitive 0.5% APY on savings with no monthly fees. Their reputation is built on just being solid and reliable, but their standout features are what keep people so loyal: their savings buckets and boosters.
So why do people trust Ally? Well, they've been doing this for a long time, and they do it really, really well. Their buckets feature is fantastic. It lets you digitally split up your savings into up to 10 different goals, like emergency fund, Hawaii trip, new laptop. And their boosters automate the whole process. This makes Ally the perfect choice for the organized saver, someone who thinks in goals and wants a simple, powerful way to track them all.
Next up, we have Capital One 360. The numbers are solid, a 0.4% APY and no fees, but its real standout feature isn't an app function at all. It's the fact that you can actually walk into a building. For a lot of people, that's a huge deal.
This is really where Capital One nails that best of both worlds approach. You get a sleek, modern app, early paychecks, a massive ATM network, but you can also walk into a physical branch or one of their cool Capital One cafes if you need to talk to a person or deposit cash. This is the perfect answer for anyone who loves the perks of an online bank, but, just isn't quite ready to go fully digital. Okay, on to our final category, accounts with a niche. These guys aren't trying to be everything to everyone. Nope. Instead, they have one killer feature that makes them the absolute best choice for a very specific type of person.
Let's just start with a number, 1%.
That is the cashback Discover's checking account gives you on up to $3,000 in debit card spending every single month. Getting cash back on a debit card? That is super, super rare, and it makes Discover a totally unique option.
So who is this actually for? Simple. It's for the person who lives on their debit card. If you're someone who just prefers to avoid credit cards, there is no reason to leave that 1% cash back on the table. And it's not a one-trick pony. It still has a solid savings API and, of course, no monthly fees.
And for our last niche account, we have Charles Schwab. And its killer feature, man, it's so simple and so powerful. Unlimited ATM fee reimbursement. Worldwide. Yeah, you heard that right. You can use your Schwab card at any ATM on the planet, and they will refund whatever fee that machine charges you. If you travel, this is a massive deal.
Okay, so there has to be a trade-off, right? And there is. The interest rate is very, very low, basically nothing. And you do have to open a Schwab brokerage account along with the checking account, though there are no fees or minimums for that either. So what does this all mean? Well, Schwab probably isn't where you're going to park your life savings, but as a secondary account, just for travel, it is unbeatable, period. All right, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's put it all together and help you figure out which of these accounts actually make sense for your life.
Think of this as your final cheat sheet. If you want simplicity and savings that happen on their own, look at Chime. If you want the highest interest rate and a full financial dashboard to manage everything, SoFi is your winner. For a trusted, rock-solid online bank with amazing tools for saving, it's gotta be Ally. If you still want that physical branch option, go with Capital One. And for our niche players, Discover is for the debit card spender, and Schwab is the non-negotiable choice for the world traveler.
So let's end with this one question. After seeing what's out there, from high interest rates to automated savings and incredible perks, it's time to take a hard look at your own bank. Your bank should be a tool that's actively helping you reach your goals. So, is yours?